Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Or this evening? Or whatever it is. Hello, little helper 57 and Captain Jake. Thanks for the follow there. All right. So, tonight we're going to take a look. I'm actually going to do the show on the industries map. And a little bit later, we are going, hey, Memelar, we're going to release all the, basically, I got a package of all of the stuff I've been working on that is ready for you guys. So I jumped over here. We're going to start off with a little bit of a recap, not too much, with the orchards, which have been featured on the last couple streams, but they are done and ready for you guys to start playing with. So we will give you a little bit of recap on those. You have 10 different orchards in this pack. Before I get started, just so you know, there will be a map update required. You know we love you. Yes, I do. I know you do, you guys do. And Tarkin Tech, welcome to the stream. So there's a map update required to either of the maps. If you're already on version 1.2, you don't need to do anything with your save games. It will take effect automatically. So Pleasant Valley Industries 1.4 is in the mod center right now for you guys to start downloading the maps, and so is FS19 Pleasant Valley. That is in the mod center at version 1.3. Those were just put up there, well, a couple hours ago, maybe, if that, and they'll be required just for all of the product uh, that's going into the map for these to all the orchards and everything to work, and all the other stuff that we got for you tonight. So get those updates. You're going to need them. And if you're already on 1.2, you don't need to do anything with your save games, and hopefully you won't need to from here on out, for a while anyway. Let's hope. So, with that being said, exclamation point mod center will get you to the mod center. And rev it up more with his, what are they, scary looking pumpkins or something? Get the map updates first. So you will be getting 10 orchards. We've got apple here, apricot, which is new. I never had apricot on my maps before. Banana production, cherry production, and I decided I'd put them all here on field 16 where I can line everything up as we're going through tonight. Coconuts, olives, and they're all individual placeables, so you can include them or not include them in the map if you don't want to run certain ones. But peach production, we've got pears, peaches are new too, and plums. So there's 10 different orchards, and a little bit later, after we get through what everything is in the package, we'll give you out the link for that. Brief overview with the orchards. We'll start here with the apple. Apple production requires compost, water, and fertilizer to produce. Those are the only three things that are required. If you add lime or herbicide, you get a bonus to your production. If you add both of them, you will get additional bonus. One or the other, you get a bonus of 300 per hour. If you add them both, you get the 300 plus an additional 500 per hour. Will there be buildable factories yet? Not yet. The buildables are coming. We've got a list of an order that I'm putting together, and we'll explain that a little bit later, what's coming next and what you can expect when. I've got some stuff in the works. So once that's done, we'll fast forward a little bit here. You will see without the fertilizer and the lime, you get 50 per tick, which is about 300 per hour. And the trees, will show that one at a time through here that you've got stuff on them. I'm going to fast forward a little bit quicker just to get enough. So each of these, as we'll stop here, will produce a total of 33 boxes at a time that you can spawn, but we will spawn 6 of them because that's all I have. And then you can pick up or push into the storage area your boxes. And tell me I just had an error thrown. Aw, man, I've been working on this all day. I will have to check that out. Let me see something. My hand stops working when I drop things into triggers sometimes. Let me save this game real quick. If this happens, because I'm still trying to figure out why it happens. It's like weird. It's very, I mean, I haven't had this happen in several days. And then the very first one I picked up. Yeah, the pair is done. The pair is done. I'm going to quit the game real quick. Where all of a sudden my hand stops picking up objects. And then it starts, but a restart it will work. Let's see if it happens again. Hopefully it isn't. I don't have to go through and do more trigger work. I've been working on the triggers on these for days, adjusting them. I have them the way they're supposed to be. But there's something with the hand, and we may have to change things if that keeps happening, but it doesn't happen too frequently, I hope. Just figures. First time on there, and pair was working fine. Everything was working fine. We've had it in testing for several, well, for days now. Since the last show, it's been in testing, and I haven't had any issues. Any issues that we have had, we fixed. And then all of a sudden this happens. So let's see what happened. Jump over to my Lamborghini here. Try that again. See, you pick up the box, you walk it over, and you put it in. You go back, you get another box, walk it over, and put it in. If you guys have that error that pops up every now and then where your hand stops working, let me know how frequently it happens. But that was the first time it literally happened in the last few days, so I don't know what causes it. Gamer Paul, how are you? So you put the pallets into the side. You can push them in the side if you want to. Once your pallets are in there, Control G, we will go to my apple orchard, which has moved down here, and we will buy some pallets. We have the stuff for you to make those too. Once you have the pallets, we'll fast forward a little. It doesn't take long to palletize your stuff. There we go. We have our apples ready to be spawned, so if we want, we can go back in, find our apples, and spawn our pallet, and then you would pick it up right there. A pallet of 1,000 apples ready to go. So that's basically how the orchards work. Let's go grab what other things you're going to need to operate your orchards. We have the composter, which I will drop in right. Oh, we'll pick the corner of the field up here, cause nah, I guess I'll put it down here with the orchard. What the heck? We're trying to keep it nice and clean here. I'll spin it around. So you will be able to make your compost for the orchards. Just bring your composters, place them wherever you want to, and then you have your compost maker, which is right around the corner. So that is also included. With the compost maker, you can dump in right now grass, straw, manure, wood chips, chaff, hay. It takes both bales and loose stuff up here. And it will output your compost on the other side. Let's jump in the menu. And it requires diesel to operate, so we should be able to find it in our menu somewhere. Where is it? This is a weird thing. It's not showing up in my menu. Now, it was JD Fan had the same issue with stuff not coming in. Let me go back and see. I do know this. If you do have that issue, he said that if you come up to here and hit the R key, you could still get into the menu, but you might not be able to visit. And that is a bug that's in the script itself for the factories. That's the first time it's actually happened to me. Let's try this again and see if it might require me to restart, but there it is. Once I viewed it once, now it's in there. So composter, take your organics, which are going to cost me a lot, and your diesel fuel. And wow, is that loud? Let me turn down my volume for the show here. Oh yeah, the volume is master volume. I'm going to put it right down. You've got a problem with the editor with flax on the screen. Also, go tune the end of map. I build 8x map in 16 apps. How to fix that? I don't know exactly what you are saying there. Did I just close the game? Yeah, I did. I didn't mean to do that. If you're there's no 8x maps. There's 4x and 16x. That's one thing. So, but if it's that you can't view the maps in the editor, you need to run a script to see outside the 8x or the 4x size maps. You got to run a special 16x script, add it to your editor. Go on to Giants Developer Network and search for 16x, and you will find the script to paste into your editor for that. Alright, I don't know why I closed down the game. I'm kind of going crazy here. Let's see what we got. I was reading the Vinx post at the same time I was playing. And I hit the wrong button because I'm so used to exiting out once I test something to fix it up. So jump back over here. Do we save it with the stuff in there? Yes, it is running. I was doing my volume. My volume is down. So you can see we're processing our compost. We have 4,166 made already. And it goes down, goes up into the compost silo, and then you can offload it with a truck right over here. So maybe we'll drive around later and check some of those things out when we get some trucks. So you will be able to make your compost for your greenhouses. Next up on the list, let's see. You're going to see a lot of stuff. As you see, there's greenhouses. We'll get to the greenhouses in a little bit. We'll leave off with where we started, or we'll start where we left off. So sawmills. Sawmills can be placed wherever you want. Now there's several different sawmills. That's one of them. There's a 2-extension sawmill, which I will put right over here. You can see 2 extensions, the difference between that. Then we have a 4-extension sawmill, which I want to put some room around these. Pretty big little sawmill there. And then we have a 6-extension sawmill. And the way we'll go in and take a look at them. The way things are going to work, basically, the sawmills with extensions are going to be replacing Cogent, but I will have Cogent signs that you can place wherever you want. The basic sawmill only produces boards. That's this one right here. It only produces boards, and you'll get it also produces resin too. All the sawmills produce boards and resin. Let me go down and fire up some of these things here. So first sawmill, open overview. Takes 250,000 liters of logs for this sawmill. Requires your coal to run as well, which fires it up. And you can see everything's working. Sawmill is running. Animations, sounds, all of it is working just fine. You get your wood chips off this conveyor here. And let's go fast forward. We'll get some product out of here. So you'll see we'll go a whole day. See if we can crash this thing with everything on the map. Hey G-Man, how you doing? Yes, if you're having that white ground, you're actually not seeing anything. You need to get that script off the Giants Developer Network. Alright, so you can see we're producing boards. We've got a whole 20,000 boards in there on this factory. Control G. Go down to sawmill number 1, and your only options on that are to spawn 3 pallets. It's kicked right back in and it started. You could spawn 3 pallets right there. And you can see we've also produced some resin that is available for pickup. Wood chips, resin. We can spawn up to 3 pallets at a time of resin, and our resin is ready for pickup. Now with the sawmills with the extensions, they all work the same. We'll take a quick look at capacities. Prices are higher. So sawmill with 2 extensions will hold 500,000 liters of logs, 30,000 coal, and it has 2 extensions on it. Sawmill with 4 extensions holds 100,000 coal, and has 1, 2, 3, 4 operating extensions. Also holds 100,000 liter wood chips and 100,000 liters of resin. A little bit more on those too. Only holds 20,000 boards still, so when it fills up, you're going to have to come and empty your boards. But that's per line, so you have 20,000 on each extension. They're all run individually. And with the 6, it holds the same as the 4, but you get 2 extra output spots. And I'm going to show you how everything is going to work. Some of the things that we'll be working on in the near future are all the additional products that you will be able to, if you want to, they are standalone, but you can link them up to the extensions by going into your global company menu and clicking on activate extended placeable, turn that on. And the first one I have, which we'll also be giving you guys out tonight, will be the pallet factory, so you can create your pallets, which is right here. So if you have one with extensions, it will be pretty easy. You can see I can link this right up on the 2 extension one by dropping it where the green box goes inside of the trigger box for the factory. I'm going to put it onto the 4 extension one, and we'll put it right over here. We'll drop that on. We could actually go, and if we wanted to go crazy, we can put 4 pallet factories onto the 4 extension one, and we could actually put 6 if we wanted. But you're going to have other things. You're going to have planks production that will work this way. You will have, so you want to leave a little bit of room around them as we design the other things. They might be a little bit deeper, but they will be able to fit in here. Planks, barrels, chipboard, paper. I think that's it, right? I think that's all we have that will, for now, for extensions that will go on those. So the first one is ready, so you will be able to create pallets. If we go over to the 4 extension one, you'll see my pallet factories here. Let's crank the 4 extension one up. Now with the single one, they fire right up. With the other ones, they come in not activated, so you can open up, start up whatever lines you want. They all will stay disabled. You can put the product in to any one you want. We'll put it into the first one, and you'll see that they're all at off. Now for here, you might want to say turn on extension 1 and start that one up. I'll start 1 and 2. We'll leave 3 and 4 off. If you walk out here, you'll see that each of them is labeled as you walk by. So boards extension 2 is going to be operating, and boards extension 1. But 3 and 4 I currently have turned off. I might want to not have something on that spot right now as I'm expanding my thing. And 4 is not operating either. But if we come over to number 2 and go a little bit fast forward, you will see we're creating. Our boards are filling up on 2. We'll go to the next daylight, I guess. Let's go get daylight here. Also, notice everything has got lights on it too at night. I'll have to walk around at night and show you this stuff. A little bit brighter. Okay. So we have 20,000 boards in the mill and nothing showing on the 2 pallet factories. Nothing. You can see this one here has 20,000 because we activated it. That one has 20,000 boards ready. That one has 0 boards ready, and that one has 0 boards. So next you would go in, we'll find our Sawmill 4 extensions. We're gonna go to extension 1 and spawn. You can spawn 3 pallets at a time, and they feed right into the whatever you have linked up to that, and same way with extension 2. So I can put, say, half of them in there for now. We come over here, we will now see that I have 12,000 in that one because I didn't fill it up, but I have 20,000 in that one. If we get close to the pallet factory, you can get the trigger. Sometimes they overlap, but pallet production right there, you'll see. So we'll fire up the pallet production as well. Get some pallets in there. It's gonna take a little bit. Alright, we are out of boards. So I would have to, whoops, didn't want to load the map while I'm fast forwarding. But look at that, they're all lit up at night. Okay, so right now we don't have any more boards, but we do have in there 16,000 pallets. Control G, find whatever extensions whatever pallet factories you have that might have them in there, and then we can spawn 10 pallets at a time and cart our pallets away. So we will have several more of these as well, and you will probably want to eventually name them so you know which one is which, because I don't know. Yep, that one has some pallets in it too. There we go. Spawn 10 on that one. So we could drive right down, pick up our pallets. Let's see, questions out there? I'm sure it's been asked. Any news on factory scripts? This is them. This is what we're doing. We're releasing the first set today. So you will get your sawmills of different extensions, different prices. Obviously the 6 extension one is going to take up a lot more space than a 4, but you can produce a lot more and a lot faster. And yeah, dropping in the different modules around as we create them for the other products, you'll be able to kind of design your own little village of sawmill and operate all those off of just one sawmill if you need to. Also, you don't have to place them. You can transport the pallets and boards, all the boards, by yourself with a truck to wherever you decide to put your pallet factories, and just use the single ones if you want to. It gives you options. One thing is going to happen frequently is you are going to end up filling up certain parts of those. Let's go to that sawmill extension 4 extension 1 and see extension 1 is full. I wonder why it's not started. We gotta start it again. Oh, that's right. If they shut down, you gotta restart them. But we can fire up all extensions, and you can use the original one too if you want to just output boards. So the 4 extension one actually has 5 spots, 1 for the original and 4. So that is how the sawmills will work. There's plenty of those to go. All right, now what you haven't seen at all is, hey X-Man, welcome back. We're going to go to the global company menu. Let's see, was there any other than the greenhouses? I don't think so, but you could see we have greenhouses, the rest of the stuff. If you haven't got it, the Shell Station stuff is already on the Mod Center. Exclamation point Mod Center has those. We'll start off with going to the beginning, grabbing a cauliflower greenhouse. And I will try to find a nice place to put my greenhouses in a row. Yeah, I think we can drop one there. There's cauliflower greenhouse. Let me spin around so I can line up better as I get them here. And they are big. They're big. Greenhouses are big. We're gonna go get the next one, which is we added cucumbers to the list of products that you'll be able to create. I'm not lining up very well, but hey, we're just gonna drop them here. That is not a greenhouse. That is something I'm working on. Farmers market to sell. We don't have sell points, but you'll see I didn't change the icon yet. We will have mushrooms. They're down the list a little bit right there. Okay, lettuce greenhouse. I guess I should be lining it up with the greenhouse edge if I want a nice line. You have the mushroom greenhouse. You have a pumpkin greenhouse. A raspberry greenhouse. And red cabbage. And strawberries. And tomatoes. And watermelon. Now each of these, depending on the objects I had to use, they might work. They all work the same, but the visuals might be a little bit different. Tomatoes. Watermelon. Okay. All of my greenhouses. There are 10 in total on greenhouses as well, so we added 4 additional ones to 2017. Brought back mushrooms, so when we get pizza going. Alright. The basics of a greenhouse are the products needed actually will be, let's bring up the first one in the list here. And they're color coded too. I did that so it'll be easier to find. Greenhouse, figured that was. Cauliflower production. All greenhouses require these products. Compost, which I'm going to buy even though I'm making some over there. Water. And pallets. Alright. So, once it kicks on, you'll notice if it's producing, you've got beacon lights at either end of the tunnel. You will notice that you have the fans spinning, and you can actually hear them when it's running. All the product pallets that we bought are stacked against the back wall. Sprinklers have turned on and are watering the greenhouse area. And our digital displays show what we have. Now, we are only running on this one right now on those 3 products that are necessary to run. We need some herbicide production. Yeah. Yeah, Global Company has a herbicide production out there. But yeah, that would be something that we'll look into as well. Alright, so I'm going to fast forward this, just slow fast forward, till we get one tick. With just those 3 products in there, you could see each tick that only produced 50, but we do have some cauliflower that sprung up right there. I'm going to actually take some time here and get myself a loader, and we'll bring over some pallets, and we'll show you the difference between... Actually, why don't I get the pallet truck? We can do that. It'll be easier. Let's get a truck. I don't like the green default color. And I'll grab up the trailer that I have. We'll have to get you guys links to some of the extra mods that make it handy. And I'm gonna buy from my store. I'm just gonna grab a couple fertilizer bags. I'm gonna grab myself a couple lime bags. Actually, and going back, I'm gonna grab myself a herbicide tank. Yeah, we'll grab 2 of those too. See if we can load these on this trailer here. Alright. Tab to my store. Which also in the mod center we do have a link directly to their site. Let's see. Now the trick is I want to show you these one at a time, so I'm not going to just offload them in, because I want you guys to get an idea of how the production works visibly. So we'll drive them over, and then I'll bring the wheel loader over anyway, but this will get them rather than doing a bunch of trips. Whoa! Get out of the store there. What's that JD auto stacker? Oh, it's a bale stacker that somebody got. The big bale. Who got that? Was that you, X-Man, that got that big stacker? Yeah. I got you real loud in my ear. Here, I'll turn you down and turn that up. The Seasons on the Mod Center is the latest version that they put out with my update on it, so that came out a couple days ago. Exclamation point Mod Center, that is the latest with all the changes that they made. Plus, we did that the last show. So, if you haven't got it, go get it. That's the latest. There you go. And all of these will be on the Mod Center, but I did something nice for those that are viewing here. And I made one package for everything that you see. So you can download. You will have to grab the maps off the Mod Center to run these. But you will, as far as all these placeable mods, are all individual mods, and I will have one link that you guys can download tonight. If you miss that link tonight, you'll have to do them individually on the Trello board tomorrow when I get it set up, so stay tuned for that. But I have them in a nice package. You will have to unzip everything that you see. Boy, we got a little bit of a hill there placing our greenhouses up on there. But they're there, 10 of them. And let's see, I'm going to just park these outside my triggers. I don't want to dump them into the trigger. We'll put them right down here. I'm going to get the loader because I want to do them one at a time. There. I hope I could get them out of the hemp field here. Should have cleared an area with the truck first. Let me go get the loader. Get some forks. Da da da. And we'll bring this over and load in one at a time so you can see the difference in production, and so you get an idea how much faster it will produce when you have a single product in it versus two versus three. Managed to watch live stream. Keep up the good work and a big thank you for your hard work. Hey, thank you very much there, Volts. If you run the PV seasons, what's that? So we can run that with PV19 Industries with no issues. Uh, if you run the seasons mod that I created, it will work. But again, remember, seasons is very memory intensive, with especially during the changing. People are playing it. Um, it's all up to your performance, but it will work. It's not going to be an issue. Other than your computer's performance, if you'll be able to handle a 16x map with all the factories that are coming and seasons. But yeah, seasons is version as of version 2, which now you'll need, well, 1.3 on Industries. Now it's 1.4. Remember to get the 1.4 of Industries or 1.3 of the other Pleasant Valley map, because those are the only ones that have the products built in and all the stuff built in for all these greenhouses and orchards. We're going to head over. I could have put one of these by the store. It would have made it a lot easier, but you know. What fun would that be? So what I'm working on currently is the farmer's market, so you have a sell point for all of these products that will hopefully, if all works well, be a global company script sell over time building like the old farmer's market would be. You load it up and it gives you money over time as the product sells off. That is the goal. That is what I'll be doing later in the show, is going back there and kicking off building that thing up. I basically have been adjusting for the size and just trying to figure out how it's going to work before I bring in objects and link the whole thing together. So I'm expecting that to take a little while. It should be ready for sure by the, well, next show on Sunday. But if it's ready sooner, we will let you know. We'll see how far we get on it tonight. I highly doubt I'll finish it tonight. Because it's going to be a big, big piece. So here we are approaching our new landscape of 10 orchards and 10 greenhouses in the back and 3 sawmills in between. You're welcome, Days Farms. There's a lot more to come, but each of these takes time, and I've been trying to take a little bit of time, get what we can to look good and work good, and so far it's been coming out pretty good. I actually love the greenhouses. I wanted to have something bigger, something with a little bit of, I like the water spray animation in there. Found some pieces, linked them up, got the stuff that I wanted to work in there. Alright, let's see. We'll start by grabbing anyone. I guess we will grab the herbicide tank because it's right here. And if I can see to get my pallet forks in there. There we go. This is where all the trigger testing I did better pay off and not fail to work now all of a sudden. Because I tested, yeah, it's already working. Okay. It's taking my pallet of herbicide in. And before we started, we were producing 100 per tick or 50 per tick on uh, this greenhouse. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit till we tick once more. And with just the herbicide in it, you'll notice that we're getting 100. So every time it ticks over, we're getting 100 product with just one of those in there. We'll come down and we'll grab another one of those products. Whatever this may be right here. It's fertilizer or lime, I can't tell. That's the lime. It's just barely hanging onto my forks. And we'll put some lime in right here. There it goes. You can see the visuals pop up, filling up the lime. And so we're at 200. We fast forward till it produces again. And you'll see it goes to 350. So we're at 350 per tick with two products in there. 150. So it went from 50 to 100 to 150. And then if we add all of them, one more pallet in there. Of our fertilizer. If we can get up the hill. Fertilizer goes right over here. There it goes in. And we're at 350. Fast forward one tick again. And you 450, 550, 600, so it jumped up another 250, 283 with just having all of them. It would have only jumped up another 50 if we didn't have one of the other ones in there, but because everything is running, we have quite a bit producing until that runs out. We're going to fast forward, super fast forward now, and get our cauliflower, yeah. Now also, you'll notice at nighttime, I'll stop time for a minute, that the greenhouses are well lit. Lights come on at night all the way around, so you can work in your greenhouses pretty good. As we're sitting out here, we'll fast forward and finish filling this up. Also, you'll notice we just ran out of fertilizer. It takes a little bit more fertilizer than it does lime or herbicide to produce. Excuse me. So production will slow down a little bit. But you can get a lot of product out of these by filling them once. It takes a little time. Uh-oh, cough button, where are you? There we go. So this one is full of 30,000 cauliflower. You can see we've got lots of cauliflower ready to go here. So we can go over to our menu and scroll till we find cauliflower in the menu somewhere. And maximum spawn 30 pallets. Notice it kicked right back in because there's room. But there you go. All you got to do is grab your load up truck right here and select pallets. You can drive right through. If you don't put it on a hill like I did, it'll be easier, but we'll get up there. Oh, I didn't want to grab those, but we did. But I'll just come down through and load up whatever else I can. So pretty easy to operate. we've got lots of pallets of cauliflower ready to go. So I'm gonna just do a quick look at the rest of them, and you'll notice a couple differences on each one as we go through. Thank you for the host there, Jordy. So that is cauliflower working. Next one on the list is our cucumbers. I could tell because I had to put all those little... Now this one you'll see has dead cucumbers in it because they had a dead uh, graphic for dead cucumbers. But if we control G on this one, let's get cucumber production. I'm not going to bring more products over. I'm just going to fire up cucumbers. We'll fire them all up with the basic products. Cucumbers going. Lettuce. Let's see. Next on the list are mushrooms. Doing it the easy way for the stream. Buying everything. Pumpkins. New to the map this time around. Raspberries we had. And then we've got red cabbage, which we also had last year, different greenhouse, but and you will also notice in the store that each of these, there's 2 greenhouses on different price levels of each one, so the fruit that comes out of them also is valued differently depending on the price of the greenhouse. So the lower price ones produce lower price stuff than the higher price ones produce the higher price stuff. Oh, I think we skipped something on the... Yeah, we get the tomatoes, watermelons, and I think that's it, but we can check because we'll just go down the line and we'll see what, make sure all of my lights are on. That one's working. That one's working. That one's working. Yep. Yep. We got all... I might have missed product. I did miss product on this one. I thought I might have. Strawberry. Strawberry. Water. Now strawberry's on. That one's going. And that one's going. I guess we'll start down here. We'll just do a fast forward. And you will see that watermelon are starting to appear on the watermelon one. Down here we've got tomatoes, green ones. The dead ones will go away as we go through, as we get more tomatoes. You'll see that they change over to the Ripe ones ready to go. These are our strawberry plants, which don't have strawberries on them. They never did. I wish I had little red dots. I might have to edit that sometime, but I'm not doing it right now. We've got strawberries growing. Our red cabbage. Our raspberry plants. Our pumpkins. Our mushrooms. And lettuce. Cucumbers, you notice the dead ones are going away, and we've got green ones with actual cucumbers on them coming in. And back to our cauliflower. So that is how they work. Let me go to, and it looks kind of cool at night, lit up inside. If you go around, you'll notice that the pallet factories each have their own lighting in front. Sawmills have lighting in back. All the orchards have lights, so you'll be able to do some work even on your darkest nights, wherever you may be. It's like a little village we just created. The greenhouses in the 1.4 release. Nothing is built into the map. They're all placeables, but you need the 1.4 for industries, and you will need the 1.3 for the regular Pleasant Valley, which are on Mod Center. And I will give you guys the link. Right now, all of these will appear on the Mod Center probably by tomorrow, but I made a special zip package with all 20, I think there's 28 pieces that are ready for you guys. And I will give you that link. Well, the link, just type in exclamation point MODPACK, and you will have all of them at your disposal for those of you who decided to show up in the show tonight. You can get them before everybody else does. So you'll get all 10 greenhouses, all 10 orchards, compost maker, 4 different sawmills, and I think that's it, right? Oh, and the pallet factory. And we will be adding on several things in the future. And I will show you exactly, if you go into your menu, first thing is, if you come to your products menu, you will notice that there are several new products at the end of the line now. You will have your apple, orange, cherry, pear, plum, olives, coconuts, bananas, your compost. And notice your compost can be sold off at the different stations. Your pallets already can be sold off also, and they fetch a good price. But you can sell pallets at the different ports. However, we don't have a boat yet to get them on, a way to get them into the boats yet, so you won't be able to sell them on the river ports. You'll have to sell everything at the Stratford Pass or the Harbor Station right now. That will be coming later. We have to get some way to haul pallets on the boat. We will figure that out, or we'll add a new boat in there. Then you have your oranges, peaches, your boards, which don't have a sell point yet. Resin does not either. None of these have sell points. They're going to be going into the farmer's market. But it'll give you an indication of what's coming, because that right there is the end of the products that are in the map right now. But I also added future functionality to get several things up and running, so you won't have to do another map update for a while, which include the paper, the chipboard, the planks. All the building products I tried to get in: glue, steel, drywall, stone crusher products are in, and they actually have sell points as well. because I added them to some sell points. So we've got, and I'm going to have to get new icons for these, but one is calcium carbonate, one is, I'll probably just put initials on them or something. One is limestone and the other is gypsum. This is for building the project completion stage. That will never be sold. I wish I could hide. I might be able to hide it from this menu. I'm sure I can some way, but it's in there right now. And then our clean fill for when the gold masters come in: trash, concrete, textile, the barrel company, the birdseed from the birdseed factory, and Kellogg's building. So I have enough in there. Sugar was in there, as well as the 3 flowers for the bread factory. And everything else is building. There's your sugar. And what the heck is... Oh, that's the bread. 3 different breads. So we've got enough in there. First thing I'm going to knock off is the building stuff. We're going to finish up all the wood products for the sawmills. After... Yeah, I got to set that one to false, because that project is going to be used for the building completion, and it won't be visible. So, the map is not in the pack. The maps have to go to !PV Mod Center. That's already live. I put that live a little while ago. That will bring you up on the Trello board. Right here, you'll notice that it says updated 8/14/2019 to 1.3. That's today. And FS19 also 8/14/2019 is at 1.4. That is today as well. So you'll need those to have all the products. Just click and click the link, and it should go to... Something appears to be missing. Wait a minute, maybe I gotta fix that. Why is my link not working? Let me try the other one. I might have to update that link. I'm glad I checked that. Let's try this one. That one works. Alright, so the Pleasant Valley 1.3 link is not working for me. Alright, let me get that fixed. Go to my MediaFire website and get you the link, because it's up there. I'm glad I checked it. It's uploaded to... Copy link. Let's go in here and edit it for you guys. Oh, I put it in the link name, which was optional. That's what I did on that one. Alright, let's try it this way. There you go. PleasantValley.zip is ready now as well. So, grab the map updates to run all this stuff, and also future stuff as well. You will have it ready to go, because I've got enough to create. So we're going to work on the... After I finish the farmer's market, so you have some place to sell fruit and stuff for now, I'm going to do the planks, the paper, anything that would be output from the sawmill, so we can get those products. So the planks, the paper, and the chipboard, and the glue. Then we can do our first buildable factory. Will come with the concrete. We're going to start working on the concrete factory, because we'll have boards then, all the board products available to build the concrete factory. And then once the concrete factory is ready, we'll have concrete, so we can build other we're going to build the steel mill, so we can get steel as an input product to build all the Then we'll have, the glue will be needed for the drywall. So steel, drywall, they're going to go in the order of the building products first. Do I know when I might have factories? when everything else, like I said, we're going to finish the farmer's market and then the factories will start producing one at a time. We already have factories. You have a pallet factory and sawmills, but they're not buildable ones yet. You have technically 20 greenhouses to play with. But yeah, the factories will come soon. We got to get the products to build the factories in first. Stone crusher, the stuff's in there for the stone crusher as well, so that we can have stones. So yeah, we've got a good head start. Thank you, Recon Lobster, for the $25 donation. You're welcome there, Recon. Thank you so much for making that donation. I'm waiting on the buildables, otherwise I will burn myself out on the map. Buildables are coming. You just got to get the products to build them. So you got plenty of stuff to get started. You got your pallets and greenhouses, and then you're going to need the products to build. So yeah, we're going to work on the concrete factory after we get done with the wood production stuff. And you will need a lot of the planks and stuff to build those factories too, so look at that. We've got resin stacked up. Our boards are full again. So as I look down through here, we have 0 boards in. Our production extension 1 on factory sawmill 4 extension. So I can fill up that once again. There. Now you can see we've got the 20,000 in and we can continue creating pallets. So pretty good. Now the quantities are different. Each pallet's only 1,000 liters of each product on this map, but we're going to adjust the factories as well. So there's a little bit more moving stuff around when you decide to move it. But let me get my truck. I am going to get into taking... I tabbed through everything here. Going through the tunnel. Let's dump off some of this stuff down in my field here. There. I'm going to run over to my pallet factory. Oh, we filled up all those with pallets already. That's right. They're all full, but you can see we got more coming. They're working. That is, as I'm building some of these things, I figured I'd test them on this map because placement on the other map when you start designing, there's a lot of room on the other map too, but man, if you decide to run all 10 orchards at once and all 10 greenhouses and have multiples, the 16x map is going to be really cool place to do all that, especially with multiplayer going. Did you look at the sawmills on LS Mod Company that has a script to add fill? Oh, that has the script to add fill types? Interesting script, but I don't think it's complete. I did not look at it. I added all the fill types right into the map for now. Let's see. I'm gonna jump over to the store here. Yeah, down the road when they fix the they said that they were going to add that functionality to the mod itself. Right now, since fan, I'm on the 16. Everything will work on both. They've both been updated. But I am on the 16X right now. I figured why not test on the 16X a little bit today. You know? We've been doing so much on the other map. Keep a spot open for garbage. Someone released a garbage truck. It's a lot of work, but we can. Yeah, we're gonna have to rethink how garbage works because currently there's no way to output unless you spawn the pallets. But garbage is in the map. I mean, one of the products I already added, the trash, to the menu, so we will have it, especially, but you may have to spawn the trash bags. I wish that they had that as one of those options where you could actually do the whatchamacallit,